It's September 15th, 1979. The Knack is calling My Sharona out, but thanks to her new Sony Walkman, the lyrics float over her head, out into space, and in the wake of the first spacecraft to reach Saturn. It's one small trip for Pioneer 11, but one big task for Pixel Packin Mama and her Galaxians. Folks at home, you have no idea what has been going on behind the scenes. If anybody out there is a fan of Homestar Runner, you have likely seen the Welcome to HomestarRunner.com cartoon that takes like 183 takes. That's been our experience so far on this one today. So, needless to say, are you playing right now, or is
No,
this the
I'm at.
demo? Okay,
No,
I was
I'm
just,
at.
I
It's not
can't
me.
tell anymore.
I probably wouldn't play that good. That's a sign.
As those of you at home can see, the game is Galaxians, and we are playing this in the funkiest way possible in order to have something somewhat realistic to the arcade experience. This is being played on the Chrome browser. Let's go ahead and hit enter and start playing this because we had such a hard time getting it going. So go ahead. There we go. Now, this is a game you and I both have, with an asterisk, plenty of experience with. We have experience with the later version, which is Galaga. You died already?
Yeah, because I wasn't paying attention.
As far as I can tell, the only difference that I know of between these two games is I do think Galaga is a little nicer looking. Not by a whole lot. And I distinctly remember Galaga, you had a way of like doubling up your ship so you fire twice at a time. If that sounds familiar to you.
It does to me, but you can't do it on this one.
Yeah, I don't know if you can.
I've been trying to.
Well, I don't remember how you would trigger that to happen, or if it was something special at certain points in a level. So you do have to dodge their fire too, you know. That silence, ladies and gentlemen, is rage. That's again. Let me just spell out behind the scenes. There has been some difficulties getting this going. So, none of that has been saved audibly, so we can't share. Fortunately, the many breakdowns we got doing this. So yeah, here we go. This is the real go. Now we're really playing. So this is, you know, I don't think this was during the recording of one of the shows. I think we were just watching something, and I had mentioned the genre of shmup, in that this is an early example. Maybe you would count Space Invaders as a shmup, but this is much more traditional. You see, you're just looking at what you want to kill.
No.
You didn't even care about what was coming at you.
I was trying to get used to using these buttons like this, you know, to
Right.
Don't see. I can't even. It didn't even move that time for me because I didn't get at it hard enough. That was weird.
Yeah. So because we're playing in a browser, the controls are keyboard controls, and so it's not a joystick.
Well, it's a little higher.
So you haven't beat that high score yet, though, of 5,000. That
Oh yeah, okay.
So.
I don't think that's gonna happen.
Now wait, we've talked about this. You haven't reached the score you needed on. Oh, go ahead and keep playing.
Okay, I know that you said wait. I thought you
Right.
told me to wait.
I realized what happened there. You didn't reach the score that was the goal on Space Invaders. You didn't land the lunar lander. And I forgot, oh, we didn't get to level 2 of Super Breakout. We've got to beat this high score. That's not how you're going to do it, though. I recommend a different strategy. Now, I do think the first... Ooh, that one chases you.
Yeah, that one. I didn't know it did.
Yeah, now we know.
came right after me. I did not know that was going to happen. I thought I was safe.
I do think when the game is just running the various parts and the demos that each of these is worth something different. Now, I'm going to tell you
I'm going
honestly,
downhill, you know.
I actually expect good performance from you on this game. It's not Galaga, but it's Galaxian, which is practically Galaga. And that is a game I do associate with you.
Yes, but it was a different kind of controller.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. That's definitely a plus.
Look, we don't want any excuse making.
Yeah, you're going to get it. I need to find the right way to hold my fingers on the keys because I'm letting it kill me because I can't get it over there quick enough.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you can't just...
I was trying to go back and forth and I
right,
can't do that.
Yeah, you can't do that for sure. This website that we're on, again, I'll end up putting it in the info box if anybody wants to play this version that we're playing. There is an icon for a controller, which made me think a controller could be used in association with this, and, you know, why not? It's 2022, and it feels like everybody now has a really good controller on PC, but it doesn't actually appear that that's what this does. It has to be the keyboard. I didn't see a mouse option. I could have missed it, though, too. Okay, we're a fifth of the way there. 20% of the job is getting done. Now we need to do the other 80%.
But you know what? At the arcade, and I'm speaking because I did play this in the arcade.
Right.
When you pushed on the button to fire, you could get more than one coming out. Like I'm only getting one. You could push. I mean, I could get a whole bunch coming out like in a row.
So if you repeatedly hit...
Yeah, I mean, I would just keep my finger on it and push it down.
Yeah.
And it comes out. Like, you get a bunch of... I mean, I could take out 2 rows, like, in no time at all.
Well, here's what I'm asking you. What if you repeatedly press... I think it's X you're using to fire?
Yeah.
What if you repeatedly press X?
Well, I keep pushing on it, but it doesn't, like... Like, this is as fast as I can get them to come out.
Now, okay, one other question, though. That might be another difference between Galaxian and Galaga.
Oh, that's true, too, yeah.
So, because when you were playing Space Invaders, one of the problems was you couldn't fire until your previously fired shot disappeared.
Oh, that's true, too, yeah.
And this is just the next year, you know? And I don't know for certain. Like, maybe there is a trick to doing it, and we just don't know it.
Because if there is, I'd like to know it.
Well, I noticed when we were figuring out what the controls were on this website, it said button A and B was Z and X. So, can you try alternating hitting Z and X, which is, they're right next to each other.
What, Z and X, you said?
Yeah,
okay.
and see if, like, that's how you do it.
Okay,
maybe.
give it a shot.
It's just a guess. I have no idea if it's going to matter.
Hey, I'm willing to try it.
Right. Not really.
It lets me do Z, but I mean, like, it's not really making it come out any faster.
Right, yeah. I have the feeling that's probably a Galaxian thing.
Yeah.
So, you flew back into that.
I did.
We haven't seen the red guys, or whatever the multicolored ones are, come at you yet. I'm curious. Because it seems like, for the most part, the ones up front, the green guys, are fire a couple shots, go at an angle, and then they just lose you if you move. The pink ones you have to keep running from, it seems like.
Right, because they come down at you all the time.
Right, so I don't know what those red guys are going to do. Let alone what the big mamas at the back are all about. Oh, I see. Well, we know now what they do. Yep, they have a swarm maneuver, apparently. See, I'm surprised you're not shooting when you go under them. You might end up getting one or so. Okay, this is kind of weird.
What?
This, I feel like, is your best performance so far, but your score's smaller. I don't understand.
Does that make any sense? No.
No. Or maybe...
Wait.
What? Yeah, I was going to say, you going to move? That was a great last-second shot. I don't know if you're going to win on standoffs, though. Oh, that was a weird move. I definitely feel like this represents what feels like a greater distance. So you don't have the Space Invaders speed up, but it seems even harder to hit these things.
Mm,
You almost would have been fine.
man.
Let's go. You haven't reached 5,000 yet. That's the high score.
Maybe you need to give me a lower one.
I mean, that is the default. This is as if the machine was unplugged. The programmers had to put something in there. Kids haven't been able to spell ass yet on the board, so... So now that I mention that, I have to ask if that's something you ever did.
No.
No? Did you always put your actual initials?
I did. I never put anything else in it, but yeah. I never could think of... I was never really creative that way, I guess.
Well, okay.
But
I'm not sure I would call that creative, because a lot of people did that.
I had my initials a lot on, my other games I played a lot of, but
Right.
I missed that. How did I get out of that one?
Yeah, that's a nice move. All right, so let me ask you this. This is your chance to dish on my aunts. Did any of my sisters put ass, or your sisters put ass on the arcade machine name?
My sisters?
Yeah.
My sisters never played arcade games.
They were never into it, so it
No.
was just you? Oh, interesting. What about your brothers?
My nieces, your cousins. Yeah,
Right.
sure.
What about your brothers, my uncles?
No.
Were they not into games at all?
No.
Weird. How did you get into them?
Actually, your Aunt Linda.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
She started me with that.
All right.
She used to play. Her name's on a lot of stuff.
So people understand because I asked about your sisters and brothers, and then you said my Aunt Linda.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah.
My Aunt Linda would be my stepfather's sister. One of my stepfather's sisters. Just so people are like, well, wait,
Yeah,
wouldn't
she
that
said,
be
yeah,
your
yeah.
sister?
Sorry about that.
You know?
I'm sorry. I can't focus because I'm trying to play.
No.
I don't focus
That's why
very
I
well.
was just clarifying because I could see those comments being like, what does aunt mean to you guys? You know? So yeah, that's interesting. It's funny because if I had to guess between any of my aunts, it would be my stepdad's other sister that I would assume might have some interest in that. I would not have guessed my Aunt Linda. So that's very interesting to me. So it was not a family thing. Very surprising. Very surprising because you have several brothers and several sisters, and you just would assume the guys would have got into this.
Nope, they never did. But you have to remember, I mean, they're a lot older than us. I mean,
True.
even, so a lot of the cool stuff wasn't really out, I mean.
True.
Oh, I missed that one.
Well, if you kill just one more, you beat your current high score, but not the high score we're going for. All right, so now you're in a whole new level of play. Nice shot. And one of the things too, if there's anybody who's very young watching this and you've never actually played these games yourself in any format before, it is worth pointing out these were a business. So to play these, you had to insert quarters, and so these games were designed to put you at enough of a disadvantage in that if you wanted to keep playing, you had to keep paying money. And so it could be punishingly difficult sometimes for people to get anywhere because they made more money then. Whereas now, games aren't designed quite with that in mind. You have some of that with massively multiplayer games, especially if they have a monthly subscription fee, because they want to kind of drag the time out, because that gives them the better opportunity of playing for more months, therefore you've paid more money. Otherwise, your average single-player games, especially, although plenty of multiplayer games as well, they want you to see the game. So they don't make it as hard as they used to, because you've already bought the game, and they can't get any more money out of you. Nothing real other than skins or something like that. So these are hard, even if they don't look it. The simplicity is obscuring the difficulty, I would say. You are totally in concentration mode right now.
Sorry.
So, no, it's fine. It's going to be like that, especially because, again, we are trying to get you back into video games. What is this guy doing? He's not going to stop now. Ooh, okay.
What is he?
You need to shoot that pink guy.
I can't get him. He's
Boy,
scaring me.
that got tuned up real fast.
Wow. I didn't remember that it did that.
No, I don't remember that either. Like I thought you triggered something because when he looked like he was moving back to his spot, you shot another one of them.
Oh, okay.
And I thought, oh, it just has to do the animation again. But no, he didn't stop.
No, not at all.
Uh, so yeah, this game will have some surprises for us, apparently.
I don't like surprises.
And I'm trying to guess what the additional difficulties would be over time with this. I'm not sure that it would just be more things to shoot at. I'm guessing they would fire more often and move faster is probably what we would expect to see.
If I remember correctly, I think that's it.
Is it? Okay.
So these guys came out really quick this time.
Well, I think you uncover them.
Oh, I did, didn't I? Because I took those other ones out.
Which, I mean, you're going to have to do it either way. Right. Nice. So I wonder, without that mothership in front of those red ones,
if they can't
swarm. And so now it looks like that mothership that's left. Ooh, you almost got that one.
I almost got killed on that one.
Yeah, both of those things are true. You almost got it, and it almost got you.
I'm trying to get that one.
Some brazen tactics. Yeah, you showed off with Space Invaders getting that first UFO no problem, and now...
I know.
But you know what? In truth, like, graphically speaking, your laser takes up less space now than it did on Space Invaders. So...
Oh, yeah.
You've
That's
got
true.
that working against you.
Was that my high? 1700?
No, you got, previously you had 18 something.
Oh, did I? Okay.
Yeah. You gotta break 2000. You know what? Here's where you're gonna break 2022.
Whatever.
What?
I don't think that's gonna happen.
Look, the people are rooting for you.
Well, I really appreciate that, but...
We actually don't know if they're rooting for you because by the time anybody has a chance to leave some sort of comment on any of these videos, it's going to be... We're going to be on, like, the 20th episode and beyond our Atari at that point, probably. Not really sure. I don't know the episode numbers by my head, but we'll have forgotten about Galaxian at that point for sure. Come on, cat. Come way up here by me. And stop meowing and trying to get your own airtime. You're supposed to be the silent third partner.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, we don't get the silent part from her all that much. If people are talking, she has to talk as well. She's very social. You're doing good now. You got it. You got it going. You're firing blindly, but, you know...
I know,
other than
because,
that...
like... I mean, I'm used to... Oh, here we go.
Yeah. Well, you got...
Yeah, right.
Well, when you fly into them.
Yeah, that's kind of a good thing to do, I suppose.
All right, but you have the chance of beating your best here. Nice. Oh, I thought you were going to get him.
I thought I was going to get him, too.
I don't know. It must be intentional.
What's that?
These... When you were playing Space Invaders, I was looking at the shapes of the invaders, and they were very distinct in their shape, but I couldn't really recognize what they were supposed to be the shapes of. He's not going to stop moving now.
Corner me.
Oh yeah. Oh, get that. Nice. You got it. You're on level 2.
Oh, that's not good.
So yeah, okay, same number, same layout.
I extended it.
Boy.
But I made it. Yay.
Let's do another. I feel like I'm getting it.
You gotta be kidding me.
You gotta hone these senses. They're rusty. Anyway, the point I was trying to make, I couldn't distinctly make out what those figures in the Space Invaders were supposed to be. And yet here we are, Galaxian. They're distinct based on their color, They all look like flies to me. I don't know if they're supposed to be anything else.
I don't think they're supposed to be flies.
What do you think they're supposed to be?
Something kind of a space thing, but I don't know
But
exactly.
not. What about insectoid at all? Are you seeing insect at all, or no? You think
No.
really? I've always thought that, and you're just crushing my hopes and dreams.
No, I could be wrong. You gotta remember, this is a long time, so. Oh my gosh, that guy ran right into me.
I don't know why.
I'm blaming the guy.
So, just to let people in on some background info here. My cat has an issue when anybody is sitting at my computer who isn't me, and she's eyeing my mother at the moment with anger and disdain because she's just looking at you. She just jumped down and walked closer to you and looked at you funny again.
Well, because
Like-
you know she doesn't want me up here or over here.
She she believes everybody has their place, just like everybody has their everybody has a place for a thing. She thinks every person has their place. Mom, you didn't get to level 2 on this one.
I did. No, I said I can't do it every time I get it. Should I try one more time?
I think so. I think that people want to see level 3.
Oh, okay.
3 lives, level 3. It just matches. That's what you should get. You did get 2022. You beat that.
So I did make the one goal. So
Yeah,
that's
I
good.
think you had about 2,700 or something along those lines. So you were beyond the halfway point to that 5,000 goal. So that is something. I know there's a lot of people out there who will think of a certain older era of video games and they'll say something classic like, "That's when games were games." You had no way out of that.
Yeah, they chat. They cornered me. They're the bad guys.
They'll say, "Ah, that's when games were really games," or something like that. I definitely, even the ones that I was playing in their day, I definitely am not a huge fan of older games. I definitely would have to say the newer the better overall. I enjoy my time with them more. And I feel like they have more to offer. And watching this is just reminding me of those feelings. Oh.
That's it.
Well, you know what? For once we can say a goal was met. It's
Yes,
the
we can.
first one. It took, I don't remember if this is episode 4 or 5, but we got there.
We did.
It happened.
It did. Yes, it did. You're right.
So that was Galaxian, but let me put this out there for everybody. She has said on this show, and she has said to me personally, she was more into Galaga. Galaga is on the list. So we expect peak performance.
Okay, let me just cut in there and say I'm going to remind everybody that I played these games like 40-something plus years ago.
First of all, don't be one of those people who believes in linear time. Like that's real. This is bicycle territory. You never forget. I want to see level 5 on your first life in Galaga when it comes up.
It's not like riding a bicycle, I'm just saying.
Well, we got some time before that episode will come up. Thank you all for joining us on this one, and we hope to see you on the other side.